coming on. We're coordinating with him. So it's been hectic. But hey, Top Dog, we're here. As far as our Cavs are concerned, I was a little surprised by the loss to the Kings, only because, they were coming back, and how they usually finish is like they turn it on and they get it done. So it was a little weird to see the lead changed like 12 times. It was just back and forth. It was like a little tennis match. And then we didn't pull it out in the end. It was odd.
Well, when you look at those Kings, they were playing well, and they were shooting the ball extremely well, especially threes. And I think
we couldn't get shots.
Is his name DeRozan? Is that his name? That damn guy. Every time you turn around, he was hitting some tough shots. As soon as we get close or we were getting ready to take the lead, they would come back and they would kill us with a 3-point shot.
Yeah.
But you're absolutely right. I'm just surprised of that loss. The reason why I'm so surprised is because we need to go ahead and claim this number one spot.
Number one seed.
Because that's very, very important. Because I think right now what you need to do is you have a few guys that are a little banged up a little bit. And speaking of banged up, everybody was holding their breath last night talking about Mitchell.
Sounds like the ankle was not too bad.
Right.
He got back in there.
Right. And he said, hey, I'm going back in the game. I'm going to play.
Yeah.
Because he knew how important this game was to just go ahead and try to wrap up this number one seed as soon as possible. Because you could just kind of like he can play with his roster a little bit, meaning that he can play some other guys and then he can rest some guys. So did you see how active Tristan was on the bench last night? I mean, he was. What I mean by active, man.
Just
every time that there was a timeout or something, he was talking to guys. I mean, he was right. I mean, he wasn't. He wasn't. Obviously, he didn't play in the ball game, but he brings so much more to this team. But we gotta go ahead and get this.
Do you know who had the most points last night for our Cavs?
Who was it?
Let me just make sure this is correct. Yeah, guess. A guy who hasn't played since March 28th.
Oh, he had about 20 points
25th?
too. I think he had 20.
Ty Jerome off the bench, 20 points.
Yeah, he had 20. I mean, you guys like
and
that.
He is
they're like money because you can always count on them, and they play so hard out there. But you know what? I see some of these guys.
I think he's the only player in the NBA averaging 12-plus points per game, playing an average of less than 20 minutes per game or something like that. Something crazy like that.
Well, I see him shooting that little floater, and I said I'm gonna go practice my. I love that shot. I love it, and I'm gonna practice that shot because they come up there and they get right there about 3-4 feet from the goal, and then they just lob it up. So that seems like a shot that I think I can get away with, and something I think I can do.
You can drive the lane.
But the Cavs are driving us crazy right now, guys. They are absolutely driving us crazy. Now, and trust me, when we're talking this, we're not panicking or nothing.
I'm more panicked about the Guardians. Producer Pat, what do you think?
Guys, I couldn't agree more. I mean, the thing about the Cavs, too, is like kind of happens with the 73-9 Warriors, where every team's going to give them their best shot, They know that they're going to Cleveland. They're trying to get an upset win. Game that meant a lot for the Kings, but in the grand scheme of things, meant nothing to the Cavs. Not shocking that we lost at home, but, looking forward to the playoffs.
Well, would you guys agree that we have to keep a close eye on Boston right now? Because they seem like they're starting to play their best basketball.
And they're so dominant.
And I'm telling you, talking about some players now, they are just loaded with the squad. And we are too. But, I'll take the Cavs any day right now against pretty much any team in the NBA. But we still got some teams that we got to watch. And see, a team like Boston, I say a team like Boston, a team like L.A., a team like Golden State, and then you got OKC. You got certain teams that in the playoffs, that's when they turn it up a notch.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I said we need to go ahead and clinch that spot so we can rest some of these guys so they'll be able to go full blast and heal those little knick-knack injuries that we have.
That's what I saw last night is kind of the energy was a little down, and it's hard to get everybody on the same. The two people I thought had the most energy for the Cavs last night was obviously Ty Jerome, who did get a nice little break, so he looked like it. He looked like he got recharged. And then Max Strus actually had a really good game. He was He had like 11.6 rebounds.
I like
and
Max.
seven assists. He was fine. He was dropping dimes. He was finding guys everywhere. So I was like, Max is just kind of. I thought he had a really solid game.
Yeah, I like Max, but let me tell you what really made me mad during that game, and I'm still upset about it today. The officials. I mean, and again, I know the officials. They try to do the best job they can, but God damn it, guys, come on! It was very, very important. It was a crucial part in the game. The shot clock had ran out before this guy released the ball, and they didn't even go look at it. They didn't even stop play or nothing, or once play was stopped, they didn't go back and look at it because you could clearly see that when the shot clock ran out, he still had possession of the ball in his hand. And that was 2 points where we could have actually tied the game. And then they come back and Donovan Mitchell on the line, and they didn't let him shoot free throws. I'm like, what the hell are you guys doing? This is a crucial part. That was a crucial part in the ball game. So I think it was 118 to something. But I was
down the stretch, that was pretty tough.
I was really mad.
And it's such a difference, too, from the Final Four, where they review every single call. I don't know if you guys watched any of the Final Four, but they review every single goaltending, out of bounds, timing thing, shot clock, whatever it is. It's such a difference from the NBA, who you would think would review everything and just completely missed it.
And here's the thing. Why not look at it just to be sure that you're doing the right thing, that you're making the right call, that you're getting the call correct? Why not look at it when you can? But they just, some of them are just so damn stubborn. I mean, they really do. And the game, and again, officials, I'm not talking about all you guys, and I'm not beating up on you guys, but the game is about the players. That's who the people come to see. But there's no excuse for not going ahead and looking at that call. All right, I'm going to take a break.
Perfect. He let himself right in. We'll take our first break of the show. Thanks for watching the Hanford Dixon Show. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to the Hanford Dixon Show. It's time for our Browns headlines, brought to you by our friends at Northeast Factory Direct. This is the place for you this patio season. They've got everything to turn your backyard into the ultimate hangout spot. Beautiful outdoor sectionals, dining sets, sofas, the swivel chairs. You don't have to sacrifice any of the style. They're durable and they're very comfortable. Northeast Factory Direct works directly with manufacturers, so you get incredible quality at prices that blow the box stores out of the water. No middleman, no markups, just serious savings. You can shop online at northeastfactorydirect.com or go and visit them like Hanford and I did. They've got a Cleveland store, Euclid, Macedonia, or North Canton. And just don't forget to ask about that Hanford Dixon bonus.
Give you a little something special there. And boy, they have billboards all over the place too.
Oh, yeah. Coming down the Shoreway, there's a big Alex sign.
I was going to say, it's funny because Alex said he knows you well.
Yeah, I ran cross country with his daughter in high school.
That's exactly right. That's why I had
We go way back.
It's him and Tim Misney. You can't miss those billboards. It's Misney and Northeast Factory Direct. You can't miss them.
And I love it. I have to give Alex a hard time. He hasn't been in the gym lately, so
okay.
So where the hell?
Oh yeah, that's right. Because you guys are gym
where
buddies.
the hell you been, big dog?
That's
you haven't
so
been
funny.
in the gym lately, so get your butt back in there.
You know who's been in the gym lately?
Who is that?
I've been seeing the posts about, I guess, do you keep up on Instagram, Deshaun Watson? He keeps posting about being in the gym. And I was going to ask you, speaking of Browns headlines, if you were surprised that Jimmy Haslam kind of made those remarks about Deshaun being a big swing and a miss and they didn't get the quarterback right. And meanwhile, Deshaun is still, it looks like he's building back for a return, at least on social media.
Well, you know what would be great if he's taking the attitude that, I know my stay here hasn't been the best one, but I'm going to prove them wrong. I'm going to show them I am that guy. I am that $230 million quarterback. Nothing would make me happier. But my understanding was, did he respond to what Jimmy came out and what he said about obviously the hit and missed at quarterback?
I don't know. Did he respond or did he just
kinda.
post something cryptic?
Yeah, it's cryptic. He was just like, back to work, that type of thing. Type of thing. But it's funny because this is the first time we've seen him in the Browns facility in probably at least a year. He wasn't on the sidelines last year for the football games, but sure, if you want to come in and get an off-season workout, be my fucking guest.
Yeah.
I don't really care.
Yeah, and then I'll say this: Jimmy is when you look at those owners. I mean, hell, they can say whatever the hell they want to say because they are the guys that are writing those
I know
big checks. And even though Jimmy said it was a hit and miss, I guarantee you nothing would make him more happier if Deshaun would come back really early and start to play really well. That would make him really, really happy because at least, he said, hey.
It could create quarterback competition, make your investment worth it, and I don't know that he'd be the leader of our team anymore, but yeah, making the investment worth it.
Well, if he started to play well, I wouldn't mind him being the leader.
Nothing's impossible.
All we want is to win. We want to win, and we want this football team
to win. We want to win. Exactly. That's what it comes down to. All right. Speaking of winning, we're looking at quarterbacks. We're talking, the draft coming up. There was the Colorado's Pro Day this past week. And after the workout, Deion Sanders saying he thinks Travis Hunter or Shedeur will end up in Cleveland. You think the Browns are definitely going to take one of these guys?
Guys, I think so. I do not think that we're gonna trade out of that number 2 spot. I really don't think we're going to, because obviously we know we got Ward and then we got Sanders and then there's everyone else. A kid that's getting a lot of pub right now is this kid out of Ole Miss. I think it's Dart. Is that his name?
Yes, sir.
He's getting a lot of attention right now. But I think, I look at him like a Jalen Milrose. Mm-hmm. I think it's out of the question for us to take one of those guys at that number 2 spot, maybe somewhere down the line. I wouldn't have a problem with that. But right now, and you were talking to me, Gab, and you were talking about not only the draft, but some of the problems that we have on this. You were asking me about some of the problems we have on this offense. We have some things that we need to fix. Let's start with our offensive line. Left tackle spot. Guys, we went out and we drafted Jed Wills. I mean, and Jed Wills, you guys know now, I'm a little, no one wanted to see Jed Wills succeed on this football team more than I did. Where did he go to school, Pat? Where did Jed Wills go to school?
Alabama. I've been trying to tell you.
Alabama Crism Tide. Roll, Tide,
that's why he was so soft. That's why he was so soft.
Yeah, hey, be nice over there. Be nice. But, I think it's fair to say that Jed's not going to be back. He's not going to return with this football team. Now, what I think possibly what we'll do is we'll probably take DeJuan Jones, and who's been hurt a little bit, and probably move him over. I think that would be the right move to make, and then we'll have our left tackle. And then, we got those guards. Good thing is Joe Bitonio is coming back, and Wyatt Teller. And I don't know if they're going to keep Wyatt. I hope they do, but I think we're all set at the guard position. We signed a guy named Jenkins in free agency, so that's a good thing. But, guys, where we need help is at wide receiver. I mean, all we have right now is Jerry Jeudy. Mm-hmm. And, you have to have 2 really good wide receivers because all you got to do is look down there in Cincinnati. I mean, you look in Cincinnati, you got those you got those 2 guys, and they work off of each other. You can't double one because you have to worry about the other one. And now what teams could do with us right now, as far as the way our team is set up, they can double Jerry Jeudy. And if they do that, we don't have any other threats. I mean, obviously we got the tight end position, but those are things that we really need to address as far as the offense is concerned. And I'm going to say this. Fan favorite is still out there. Nick Chubb. He's still out there.
He remains unsigned.
He remains unsigned. He's gone through this whole free agency, and no one has attempted to sign him. Now, I don't know. I think they can do like a team-friendly contract, Gab, for him.
I was just a team-friendly contract?
Yeah, where they don't have to give him a lot of money. They can really make this contract incentive-based, depending on his production. But
okay,
I think he deserves another shot with this team.
Yeah,
don't you?
I was surprised. I mean, maybe people are waiting to see, like what happens after the draft. Other teams anyway. I mean, and the Browns.
Yeah, and again, you were talking about the quarterback position. I would love to see us take a quarterback at number 2. And don't forget, we still got Pickett, who is was a high, a high draft choice, and who knows? Maybe this is what this kid need to come on and play well. But
Yeah.
someone has to emerge at the quarterback position because we need a starting quarterback.
Yeah. Well, I think that Nick Chubb has a better chance of surprising us at running back than probably Deshaun Watson surprising us at quarterback. That's all.
You just tell it like it is, don't you?
Let's take a quick break. We'll be back with more Hanford Dixon Show right after this. Welcome back to the Hanford Dixon Show. We're getting ready for our Lipton Hard Iced Tea Hard Hitting Question of the Week. But Hanford, really quick, right before we get into this, you were at a Harvest for Hunger event. Was this at Giant Eagle? This is kind of interesting.
So you've been stalking my Instagram.
Yeah, you're a celebrity.
You are so funny.
Celebrity bagger?
I was. It was so funny. It was Saturday, and again, just like you mentioned, it was such a great event. And I just want to say thank you, first of all, for Harvest for Hunger, for the people having me. And also everybody at Giant Eagle. I mean, they were just absolutely great. And then all the people who came through and gave me a hard time while I was bagging their groceries. But the most important thing, what they did was they donated to this great cause. And Giant Eagle sold a lot of hard Lipton iced tea, too. I saw a lot of that coming through the line. But here's something that's really funny. There were probably about 3 people. And I have to say I'm sorry to you guys because I know when they got home, they were missing a few items because there's about 3 times there were still some bags there that had some stuff in it that I had to run up to the front and put it behind the desk because I said, please they're going to probably come back looking for this stuff and then talking about me. So I just have to say I really apologize, but it was a great event.
It's just because you were chatty and it slipped your mind.
It threw me off my game, with taking the pictures and laughing and talking to everybody. But thank you guys for having me. It was a great cause.
Well, let's get to our hard-hitting question here, our Lipton Hard Iced Tea hard-hitting question. This is about Shedeur Sanders and the Pro Day and what people had to say kind of in their observations about it. Did you think the little ball tap, for example? I know people were critiquing, that's a hesitation. That's going to be a clear, DBs are going to be all over that. What do you think of his execution?
Well, I think most of these people that are saying this crazy stuff, first of all, they probably never played quarterback in their life, and I'm not saying you have to play the position to know the position and know the player, but I think that's a little picky. I think they're picking at him, and I think the number one reason was a lot of them act like they like Deion Sanders, but most of them really don't. And which I think is just totally stupid. Leave the kid alone. I would not have a problem at all with us drafting this kid with our number 2 pick. Okay. Because, I mean, the kid has the genes, from his father, and you could just listen to him talk. You could tell he's a very, very confident player, and he has a lot of confidence in his ability. I was watching some of the plays he watched. One play that he made, it reminded me of Patrick Mahomes. You know how Patrick Mahomes, sometimes he'll take that ball, he'll flip it behind his back and all that. The kid was doing some of this stuff. Obviously, I'm not saying who knows? If we draft him, we wish and we hope that he's as good as Patrick Mahomes. But I'm telling you, we need to go out. If this kid is there, take him. If Ward is there, take Ward. But we have to get a quarterback. And again, I'll say it again, somewhere down the line, we could take one of these other guys, whether it's a Jalen Milrose or whoever. But I would make sure I get 2 quarterbacks out of this draft, and one of them hopefully will definitely hit on.
Yeah, the thing about pro days too, guys, is everyone is there looking for the smallest, nitpickiest little thing, just so that they can say that in the draft process. I don't think they had a bad performance by any means, Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter, but people always have good pro days. Zach Wilson had a good pro day. He's not turned out to be a good pro.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
take it for what it's worth. All these people are putting stock in too much into the Colorado pro day. I think they're running routes on air. I mean, sure, you're looking for stuff to nitpick, but like, does it really matter that much? I don't think it does.
Well, let me tell you this: they sitting there and they're going off, and we all know it's called National Pro Day. In Colorado, they started calling it something else. I don't know what the name was, but it wasn't National Pro Day. It was something else. Knowing Dion, he had it sponsored. You know what I'm saying? Which God bless him. I mean, good for them, but they didn't call it National Pro Day. But we all know that's what it is. It's a pro day where all the guys come in and they work out. But Dion and Colorado called it something else, and I love it.
Welcome back to the Hanford Dixon Show. It's time for our Garage Beer featured interview. Hanford, we got a real treat for everybody in studio. It's one of the boys of summer, tribe legend from the 90s, Carlos Baerga.
Hey, big dog.
How you doing, Hanford? What an honor I have to be with you and your show. And look, I even have his jersey signed in the back. This is all. You got
Hey, look at there in the back right there. I got on.
Yeah. This is very special. I want to tell you to everybody, we used to live close to each other in Westlake. And this guy, all the dogs that come from there. I remember the dogs. That was an awesome time.
And I have to say, I am a dog, but I have to tell you this, and I have to confess, I was always a big, now it's the Guardians, but then it was the Indians. I was always a big Indians fans, and I used to go sit up in that stadium. I used to watch you guys, and I'm telling you, nobody was rooting for you guys more than I was. And I'm going to start right off the bat talking about that 95 team. I mean, it was just amazing, some of the guys that was on that team. Tell us a little bit of something about that, what made that team so special, and about you guys.
Well, Hanford, I think what it made it special was, we was together. We have a mission to do spring training. I think everything started spring training in the off season too, because you have to prepare yourself. And then you come to spring training. That's where everybody gets together. And we have to put something in our mind. This is what we need to do if we want to go to the next level. And when they built the new ballpark, you remember, Jacob Field.
Yeah.
We used to be in Progressive Field. I remember, man, that Progressive Field was so big. It was for you guys. Yeah. It wasn't for us. It was for you guys. And we played there. The first 3 days, sold out. Then the next 150-something game, there was, oh, my God, it was 10,000, 4,000, something like that. But it was a special time. But we prepare ourselves from 94 on. It was a very special moment, and the fans make it happen for us. They sell out for 455 days. That was unbelievable.
Well, it's funny you mention that, and you talk about training camp, because I think that's part of the problem. Because I know in football, when I look at it now, and I look at how they've cut in training camp and how the guys don't have any contact, they don't do anything in training camp. Me personally, when I played, I wanted to play that last preseason game coming out of training camp, because I know that was the game that was going to get us ready for the season. Yes. And I noticed in baseball, training camp is getting shorter and shorter.
Every year it's getting shorter, and that's a question that I've been asking the last few days. The players are getting their bats. The pitchers are getting their inning in spring training to start the season, and I see a lot of players this year having a low year, starting the year, and it happens. It happens to everybody. You're gonna have good year starting the year. It happened in football too.
Yeah.
But in baseball, if you don't prepare yourself, it's gonna show in the game. And it happened to us. Now they play 20 games in spring training. They work out. The pitcher work out 2 weeks. The player work out 1 week, and right away start playing. But the thing is, out of the 20 games, you play 10, and you play the first games. You play 4 innings, 5 innings. You don't play the whole game. You play the last 2 games. You play 9 innings, or maybe 7 or 8 innings. So you are not ready for to start the season. That's why we see a lot of the swinging missing, and the pitching. They don't throw in the pitch the way you want, because that.
Pat, I got to tell you this. You know this, Pat. a lot of people know this, but some of them don't. In order to bat third in the lineup, you have to be a badass. And Carlos was batting third in that really big lineup. I mean, how did that come about there?
You know what? My son asked me that. My son wasn't here. He born in '96. So my daddy was the one that from '90s. He was here with me. But my son said, "Daddy, how you hit third in that lineup? That you already got 3 guys in the Hall of Fame, and we're gonna have at least in that lineup at least 7 or 8 players in the Hall of Fame. Kenny Lofton is gonna be there. We already have Eddie Murray, Dave Winfield, and Jim Tomey. We're gonna have Kenny Lofton. We're gonna have Manny Ramirez. We're gonna have Omar Vizquel. We're gonna have all those players in the Hall of Fame there. How you hit third?" I say, "I don't know, man. I think my heart gonna like me or something like that." But you know what? I was a guy that I wasn't afraid. I measure myself like Jose Ramirez. You know, I wasn't a big guy, but I believe in myself. I know how to bring the runners in, the RBIs, and I play the game hard, man. I want to win. I want to be the guy that hit you that base hit to win the game. I want to catch that ball, to throw the double play. It's like you, bro.
Yeah.
Every time we step in the field, I play hurt all the time. I play her all the time. That's why, a day off, for me to take a day off, it was hard.
I got to tell you a funny story about me, guys. I used to play a little baseball, and my problem was you couldn't guarantee me that ball, when I'm in the batter's box, that ball was going to curve. I couldn't stay in there. I said, man, I'm not. And then when I catch the ball, like in the infield or something, when I throw it, it would. I didn't know where the hell it was going. It was going, And then let me tell you this: what I used to do is at the end of the game, I didn't play this when I was smaller, and how they have the red dirt, the clay. I used to go and slide on the dirt at the end of baby.
Daddy, my father used to say, "Don't come back home if you don't have your uniform, Daddy." So that he did it on purpose. Yeah. He's like, "Daddy, I play hard today. I got 2 bullets." That's a good thing right there. But you know what? Be ready. Because big play, we're going to have a softball team. We're going to be playing. So that's what I heard. That's what the guy said to me. It's going to be very special. But you know what? I'm so happy. The opening day start here today in Cleveland. It's going to be tomorrow in Cleveland. And I hope that, our team start getting, where it should be. I think they start the spring training in Arizona. From Arizona, they went through 3 different cities to play, to start the season. It's been a long road trip already, so I hope that everything start here. Last year, we played really good. We finished second in the league in wins at home, so I believe we can turn around, what it start right now, 3-6 right now. We have 2 games back. We are second. We are in 3rd place. So we are not too far back.
Carlos, what do you think of this team? I mean, obviously, everything starts with Jose Maria.
Yes.
This guy is just unbelievable. Jose, he can just do it. I mean, Coleman's this guy is all of a sudden he's starting to hit the ball, and we finally got Santana's back on this team. Santana seems like he's been playing forever right now. But overall, what do you think of this team?
I like our team, but we need to help the pitching staff. How are we going to help them? We got the best relief pitcher in the game, with the best bullpen we have here. But we need to help our bullpen. Our starting pitcher need to go at least 5 or 6 so we can rest our bullpen, because we don't want our bullpen to go through what they went through in the playoff last year. They got tired a little bit because they pitch a lot. We have the best 4 guys. They have a record. Over 75 innings or appearance, on their ERA on the 2, that was amazing. That never happened. That not happened before. But we need to help our the team and our bullpen so they can win. Right now, we got 3 wins, and the 3 wins, the bullpen win 2. So our starter need to step up and help us out. And I hope the guy that I really like, that I believe that he's going to be one of our men here, is Gavin Williams. Mm-hmm. We need that guy. We need that guy to step it up and, to be the guy that we need. I know Bybee, his last game wasn't good. Yeah. But his first game, he win a game for us, stuff like that. But we need him. Lively is gonna be a horse. He's going to keep us in the game. and Allen too. So we need to step it up. And our hitting, I think, is gonna be bringing the guys in, the runners in when we got it on base.
Well, you know what? I agree with you, and I like the pitching staff. For instance, Gaddis is one of my favorite. Heron and those guys talking
Smith.
about that bullpen, Classier, the closer. But you are exactly right, because I remember, like, when you guys were playing, I mean, you look at a starter and you was trying to get 7 or 8, hopefully 9 innings out of the guy.
Yes.
But now, I mean, it's so weird. They're talking about if a guy go 5 innings,
They're happy.
They're happy.
I
I mean, are they worried about him hurting his arm or something? You got to be kidding me.
Yeah, before to get Jack Morris out of the mound, you know what we have to go
Right.
through. Dennis Martinez, Otto Hershiser, all those 3 hosers. They don't want to get out from the game. They want to finish the game in there. But you know what? The game changed. That's why we have one of the best bullpen. But we need to keep our bullpen healthy the whole year. With the arms, strong. So we need our starters, to help us out in that.
Well, speaking of the game change,
Yes.
listen to this now. And I know when you were playing, I mean, you were thinking then those were big contracts.
Oh my
When
God.
you see a guy like, what's his name, Vladimir, or whatever his name is, I mean, 14 years, I mean, 500 million, and none of that is referred with a no trade clause.
Yes.
That has to blow your mind.
It blow my mind, and I would like to play in this era right now. God, give me the opportunity to play just 2 years to get couple land drive, couple RBIs, but I need Kenny Lofton, I need Omar Vizquel, and I need Albert Bell behind me so we can go to the next level. That's all I need. That's it, God. Give me that opportunity.
Welcome back to the Hanford Dixon Show. I am the top dog, and I have to say I'm smiling right now because I have a guest with me right now, Mr. Carlos Baerga. Well, I'll say this with a 291 average, 332 on base percentage, and 134 home runs.
Yes.
Trust me, you would get those numbers. I want to ask you this because this is a story, because obviously you got to your 200 hits.
Yes.
But there's a story behind that.
Yes.
I want to hear this. You guys are you're not gonna believe this story here.
I got hurt 2 weeks before the season was over. I hit a foul ball in my leg, and I got infection in my leg that I got it's called cellulitis. So my ankle was very big. They had to put me in the hospital, and I spent almost a week and a half in the hospital. The team was playing the road trip. When they come back home, we was just 3 games, to finish the season. So the first 2 games, the doctor say, no, you are not ready to go there. The legs don't look good. You had a big infection in there. And I say to the doctor, I need 1 more hit. 1 more hit to get 200 hits. I'm the only second baseman in the American League to do it. Please let me have that opportunity. And he gave me the permission. And you know what happened to me? My first 3 at bat, I strike out. I was so dizzy because the people think when you used to play, if you don't play for that long,
Right.
you're gonna be the same. This is not a car. You have to. It's like you.
Yeah.
When you come from, when you was here and Jane come back, it takes couple weeks, couple days to get ready to get in there. And you know what happened? And I say, how am I gonna do it? And at my last at bat, I got a bunt for base hit. The ball stayed right in the line. And from there, they take me out of the game. My heart will take me out of the game. You know where I went? Back to the hospital for another week. Back to the hospital. But I got the 200 hits, and I'm happy that I did it here in Cleveland. It was an honor always to play in my house. That's why I always say I'm born in Puerto Rico, but I feel that I'm born in Cleveland. The fans, the teams, my teammates, and the city, it's beautiful to play here. And I know that you have the same feeling. Every time that I got the opportunity to be with you, man, it's very special. This is Sport City, man.
Yeah.
When you have basketball, baseball, football, Now we have soccer. Too,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Wow. So we got everything.
We have it all here, Pat. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe it because like just thinking back to my time, I just turned 29 years old, and the only team that was good in my lifetime is the Cleveland Guardians. So I'll welcome a soccer team, but the Cavs, I guess we had LeBron as well. But man, it's a great time to be a Cleveland fan right now.
Yes.
Tell us a little. Well, first of all, I want to say congratulations for joining the Big Play family. We're kind of excited about that.
I'm blessed to be with the family of the Big Play Sport Network. I really like it. I really enjoy what I'm doing. And now that the season starts, I'm gonna bring some interviews from the ballpark too. I'm gonna talk to the pitching coach, to the coach, to the manager. But I'm bringing, you know what? I'm happy that I'm bringing my teammates.
Awesome.
To be here.
Awesome.
We already have Kenny Lofton. We already got Omar. Next one is gonna be Jim Tomey.
Oh!
And yesterday I talked to Albert Bell. So to get Albert Bell, I need to get Albert Bell for you. You need Albert here.
I do.
You know what? I always say that Albert. I don't know how he got into play baseball. He was so strong.
Big guy. Intimidating.
Oh yes, baby. He was good to play football because I can see Albert Bell right from the line. Looking to the other guys in there, I'm gonna kill you. You better be ready. I'm gonna take your head out. Did they talk like that in football?
Yes.
Like that?
Yes, because I was one that when I'm talking to a wide receiver, all over his ass.
No way.
All over him.
What's the instigator?
You know how to get me going, don't you?
Yes. I was the instigator. I was the one I always yelled to the other pitcher, to the other players. We're gonna get you now. You better be ready. This is our time. You remember when Roger Clemens was pitching in the playoff? Then we start Albert Bell going like this. We're gonna kill you. You better be ready. That's the way I used to be, and that's why. I don't know the football players they talk like that.
Oh, when are your show started yet, or is it getting ready to start?
No, we start. We start
okay,
already.
Good.
This is gonna be our 4 episodes. 4 episodes. So it's been every Wednesday, 8:00 at night. We have it. Carlos Baerga show is very special. I'm with Gabby, and I'm with a Positive J too. So it's been fun, man.
Well, a lot of people don't understand. This when you do these shows, it takes a lot of work, and you have to be prepared for this show. And you are becoming somewhat of a, in football we have a guy named Adam Schefter who breaks stories.
Yes.
But you are starting, and that's good. I like it.
Yes.
You are starting to become one of those guys to break some stories because of your contacts and the people you know, and that's good. That's good.
I like to have a good communication with the players, and I respect them. And when they say something that they don't want me to say, I keep it on it because we have a great relationship, and you want to maintain that. That's important. And I always say I'm pro the players, man. I want the players to get all the money they have. They are playing in the best era, man.
Yeah.
They're playing so much money right now that I would like to be back. Oh my God, $500 million. Vladimir Guerrero, Juan Soto 760, Shohei Ohtani 700. They going up, bro.
Well, it's funny because I was just going to ask you, what do you think about that guy Shohei Ohtani? I mean, is this guy good or what?
He's amazing, my friend. He's amazing. He's a great hitter. If I'm the team of the Dodgers, I don't let him pitch anymore. I just let him. You know why? The first thing is he bring you $130 million just in merchandise, just his face, in jerseys. He to step in. The sponsors from Japan, they came into the team. They don't have to go together. They want to be with the team. $130 million. He already putting your money in the bank. You don't need him to pitch. You want him healthy because if he gets surgery, he's gonna lose some days. So you want him in the game. So I don't let him pitch anymore. I let him hit. And the thing is, you listen to this. What is amazing about him, Hanford? We in practice, we got a coach to throw the BP to us. Mm-hmm. Nobody throw to him. He just do T like the little kids. You remember?
Yeah,
he used to do that?
Yeah.
That's the only thing
really?
he do. He don't do anything else, and then he go to sleep. He sleep a lot. That's all. And I said to the guy, did he work out? And he said, he worked out, but he don't let nobody see him.
Wow.
He worked out by himself, and he don't let nobody see him. And I see a couple videos now, they show up, work out. But to maintain the speed that he has, because he's fast. He's 6'4" or 6'5".
Yeah.
He's a fast guy. He got power. He can pitch. And then when he do both things, he's the only one to do it. Beirut and Shohei Ohtani. So he's amazing, man. And the thing is, you know what he said? He said to the owner, just pay me $2 million and bring the guys. I like to win championships.
Ooh.
That's amazing. Pay me $2 million, and then in 10 years, you start paying me the $68 million. That's did you ever heard that before? No. I say, pay me my money now. Forget about that. I don't know what's gonna happen to me.
I got a last question for you. Is there too much talk going on about that torpedo bat right now, or is it because it is legal? I mean, what's your thoughts on that whole thing?
That's been around for a long time. We even use it here in
Right.
Cleveland. It's been all 30 teams that use it. It just nobody want to give credit to the hitters of the Yankees in the first 3 games.
Yeah.
The first 3 games, they did records. You know, the first three pitch of the game, fastball right in the middle, they hit homers. If you let the ball in there, you're going to get killed. So that's what happened.
Yeah.
And, you know, they hit 15 homers in 2 days, on 3 days, something like that. That's a record, too. So now they're saying it's the torpedo bat. That's been in there. They make a judgment. You have to, to be a good hitter, first of all, you have to have work habits. Second, see the ball. Then you have to get the timing to get, to hit there. After that, the Yankees got like almost a record too, almost 45 strikeout in 2 games.
Yeah.
Something like that. So
Yeah.
what are you talking about? They give him so much credit to these people. The people that made us bad, they make a lot of money 5 days.
Yeah.
5 days. They make a lot of money. What?
Carlos, too, the thing is that Hanford's a secret Yankees fan. He doesn't want to tell people that in Cleveland, but Hanford's a secret Yankees fan. That's
Listen
why
to
I
this.
wanted to ask.
Only behind if the Yankees are playing the Indians or Guardians.
Yes.
There ain't no question.
No question?
I'm Indians Guardians.
Wow, I love
No
Whoa,
question. There's no question. My friend, let me say this. What a pleasure it is to have you on the show because, like I told you, I've always been a big fan of you guys, and I follow you guys and love you guys, and thank you very much for being on the show.
An honor for me. And
we're going to go out with a bark, big dog.
Welcome back to the Hanford Dixon Show. Hanford, we're getting ready for the home opener. It's going to be a chilly one. I got to get the boots out. We're going to get the hand warmers. It's looking like maybe snow even.
You better get more of the boots out. You better put something inside of those boots because I'm telling you, Gab, it's going to be cold.
So I take it you're not going to be there.
Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to watch this one from the comfort of my home because it's just too cold. I mean, but one thing I'm happy about, they're coming back home because this has been a tough, very brutal stretch for them on the road, and we just for some reason we can't hit. I mean, we haven't been able to hit, and teams have just been outscoring us, and we pitching too hasn't been that good. But maybe that'll all change now that they're coming back home, and we're gonna play at home. So I'm kind of excited to see them.
We can't rely on Hosey the whole time. I mean, I know he had that big game against the Angels, 3 home runs. I think that was the second time in his career he's had a 3 game, but we can't just be relying on our superstar game in and game out. We got to have some consistency from across the board. Yeah,
and Santana needs to get going. Big Christmas. I mean, but Big Christmas got to play for him because they got this kid, Jones, I say kid, but that they like, that he really likes, and he play him in right field. But I would just take Big Christmas, sit him out there, and just for a few games straight, just start him every game because I think if you start him and you let him play, I mean, he could be a big threat there at the somewhere at the lower part of that lineup. So we'll see. But I'm a big Guardian fan. Can't wait. Did you see? Hold on. I got to tell you this though. Did you see? I know you're a big golf fan, and yesterday the Valero Open.
Okay.
Was good. Brian Harmon won.
Alrighty.
And that course was playing so tough. I mean, I think the winner was like maybe 10 under or under 10 under, like 9. Normally they're like 20 under or something to win these tournaments. Pat Gab, I was so happy for Brian Harmon, and I know Gab's going to look at me when I tell the story, but his son had his wife was on the beach, and his son went out in the water, and the waves swept him away, and he got this lady that worked for him. They call her Miss Kathy, and she just, an older lady, she jumped in, man, and went after that poor kid, and she couldn't get to him. But someone on the beach went out and they got the kid, but they couldn't get to Miss Kathy. And Miss Kathy was they moved her to hospice. And I'm saying this because Brian was playing yesterday with a heavy heart, and I'm just so happy that he won that whole thing. And everybody's wishing Miss Kathy well, and they're really happy that his son is okay. So, but he won the Baerga Open, which was the great tournament. Now you know what's going to happen. The big tournament is coming up next week at Augusta, the Masters. So I
Let's go.
Everybody be watching that one.
Ooh, all right. Well, we'll be back, next week with more Masters coverage here on the Hanford Dixon Show. Thanks so much for watching. That's it for this week. We'll see you next time.
The Big Play Sports Network is brought to you by Infinity.